Time for health and lifestyle news now. Our specialist Leslie Gordon joining us. And Leslie, this is really a story about taking some control of your own health.
Yeah, it sure is. We're learning every day the power of food as healing. But what if you were able to eat to reverse heart disease? Well, one man says he did, and now he's sharing his story with others.
Now, this cheese only has 0.3 grams of fat in it. So
Keith Yates is a picky eater. He watches his cholesterol.
I get rid of the yolk because it has 190 milligrams of cholesterol in it.
His dietary fat.
Oh, I don't like anything that has more than 3 to 5 grams of fat in it.
And always make sure he gets lots of vitamins. That's because 17 years ago, Keith relapsed after a heart attack and bypass. With few options but another surgery, he decided to make big changes.
About a month into it, I started to feel better. I still had the angina, but I felt better. And gradually, it just, over 6 or 7 months, the angina just disappeared.
Keith learned about the diet at Dr. Shaman's Heart Clinic in Breslau. It's based on something called the Reversal Program, developed by a doctor in California.
Essentially, the diet requires an intake of only 10% of one's calories coming from fat, whereas in North America, it is averaging at 44%.
About 15% of the cholesterol in our blood comes from the food we eat. The remaining 85% is produced in our liver. Experts say reducing fat intake, particularly saturated fat, cuts down on the amount of cholesterol in the liver.
Truthfully, if everyone in the modern world followed this, we probably would, in a large way, wipe out heart disease as we know it in the modern world.
At first, doctors told Keith he would be unable to stick to the strict diet, but Keith knew his health depended on it. Last year, Keith returned to his cardiologist and found an 11% improvement in his cardiac function.
And he did a stress test, and he said, I don't know what you're doing, but you're doing it right. And he said, I see no reason why you should be on medication anymore, and he took me off everything. So it's an amazing story even to me.
Now, once again, Keith has been on this diet for 17 years. He follows it every day. He also gets daily exercise and takes time for relaxation, the other components of this reversal program. Now, he's been speaking to heart patients in Waterloo region, and he's actually developed a cookbook that talks about how to do this, and he's giving them away because he